Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh no. I should have. Frick. I should have put up a thumbnail from a day when I had my makeup on because people are going to see the like automated generated thumbnail for this and they're going to be like, "Oh my god. Some strange man um got Michelle and is wearing her hair as a wig and somebody get this ugly man off of Michelle's channel and call in a wellness check." Oh boy. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Here, let me turn this up because I'm paranoid that my volume is not good. Um, that should be better, I think. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's your host, Michelle, aka Chat-Mort, and thank you so much for turning once again to my humble little channel. I hope. Why are you guys such bullies? Yeah. Hi, Ezub. Hi, CMC Advanced and Marcy and the VGC. Hi. Rest assured, this distressing countenance will not be in the way for long. We are going to rectify this presently. I just thought I would stop by and say hello. I have to go somewhere later today that I want to look kind of decent for. So I thought since I'm just sitting down and would be sitting in silence alone, in my kitchen or living room or something doing my makeup otherwise, I might as well hang out with you. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope I'm not. Oh my god. Why, Nemo, why do you always say this? Is this, I don't understand this joke or this reference. Don't stream when the girl I'm trying to simp for is streaming. I don't understand. But yeah, CMC Advanced said there's a version of you without makeup I see. Ain't gonna hate. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really don't look that bad. I just kind of look like an angry man, but like not an ugly angry man. I look okay. My teeth hurt. My teeth hurt from my migraines. Arrest her. Ah, whoa, it's bright. Okay. Ouch. I have one of these cool mirrors that's like a touch mirror. Like you tap the bottom of it and you can turn the light on. I'm going to, where can I put this so it's out of the way? It's going to be in the way no matter where I put it. Ow. Whoa, that's very bright. Ow. Help. Stop. Mayday. Who? I need to be able to see what I'm doing to put my makeup on here. A little bit better than just looking at Streamlabs OBS. So, you know. Whatever. Hi, Vincent Von Holt. Wow, Mort without makeup. Intriguing. Ooh. Hi, the infidel. What's up, gorgeous? How's everyone doing? I am doing all right. I have not been great lately, and I can complain about that if you guys care and want to hear. So, I mean, I'm probably just going to complain about my week a little bit and tell you guys how crazy it's been. But if you, I'm just gonna start putting things on my face now so we can get this done. I don't have like all day, unfortunately. Chat Thrapple. Hi, Scribe. Don't look at me. None of you look at me. I'm hideous. Hold on. I'm going to rectify this as soon as possible. Pop. I just said possible and I didn't mean to. That was completely inadvertent. Hi, Creamtastic. Where are her eyes? They're here. They're here. I have to. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was very loud. I have to put them on. Give me just a second and I'll get there. Hi, Gulf City. Peterbilt Confederacy 379. I've considered just calling you Peterbilt, but I don't know what to call you. I really don't. But anyway, I'm just hanging out. I just thought I would stop by and check in with you folks, and we could chat a little bit. I said that already, and then now I just said it again in a different way. I think the thing I hate the most about myself, well, I mean, that like a team of world-renowned psychiatrists wouldn't have to pry out of me, is the fact that I am incapable of just saying something and moving on. For some reason, my brain doesn't register that something is real, that I actually got a thought out of my head and into the world, unless I repeat it I'd say on average 3 times in slightly different ways, but not different enough to be a constructive use of anyone's time to have to listen to. I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I should try not to do that better, but my brain doesn't work very well, so I'm always worried that if I only say something once, I will have only like half conveyed the thought, or it's like it's like throwing a dart or something. Like if I hit it in a way that if you triangulate the points, it about gets to what I was actually trying to say. If I had a better, I don't know, brain, then that's good, right? No, it's not. Nobody wants to listen to that forever. So, anyway, this is like the least makeup I've had on in a long time. Normally, like when I remove it, I still have a little bit of mascara or something on. So this is quite disconcerting to me as much as you. Don't worry, you're not alone. Impossible. Yeah. Mort's makeup mission impossible. Most do just say Peterbilt. Okay. I know Gulf City is important though. CMC Advanced said, Angry Man with boobs is better than Angry Man, objectively. Perhaps. I don't know. How are you guys? First of all, I want everybody to give me an answer in like a sentence or less how you're doing. I want to make sure everybody's okay. Or if this week was real cruddy for you guys like it was for me, I really hope that next week is a bit better. This coming week. This smells good. This smells like an art pencil. It's not, but okay. Should I put that on? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't fit the cool aesthetic of my thing. It really doesn't matter. Oh, I'm dying. Okay. It's normal. My doctor says it's normal. So, okay, Vincent is good. Vincent Von Holt. Ezoop's doing all right. Okay, good. So, yeah, and I'll talk about that a little bit. Peterbilt, 1,000-yard stare. So, yeah, this week was really weird and stressful. I had a couple days that were really stressful at work, but, like, things happened, but it like, my body's, like, anxiety response to these things was very disproportionate. It was very peculiar. So I'm treading into, like, I don't know, TMI personal life territory here just a bit. So I hope that's not a nuisance or too off-putting to anybody. But, like, both Monday and Tuesday, I almost, like, fainted. And Monday was a really stupid situation because this stupid, like, person or company called, and they were trying to, like, sell us a billboard, and we're like, if we wanted billboard advertising, wouldn't we approach a company? Like, this isn't splurging. Like, this isn't like a cute little, like, cactus or succulent at the checkout at a grocery store, right? This isn't like, oh, this coffee drink is 2 for $5. I'll just grab one at the gas station. Wouldn't a company come to you if they wanted a billboard? That would be my inference, but apparently that is not how things are. So even though this is not my problem, I had to call these people back. I had to be the one to call these people back and be like, no, you can't just show up at our office randomly and try and sell us a billboard. That's absurd. What is wrong with you? Do not try and schedule random times to show up. Go away. You're stupid and awful and bad. And, like, so it was just dumb, I had to call and talk to these stupid freaking people, man. And I got a new makeup palette and it's really pretty. It's super pretty. See? It's beautiful. Oh, whoa. Oh, there's a flappy thing on it. This was made by my favorite makeup YouTuber, the only one I still watch. But anyway, so I had to call this person back, and, like, as I was on the phone with this person Monday, hello, focus here. Nice. That's about as good as that's gonna get, man. I've never used this before, so I'm really excited. It smells good. Everything smells like chocolate, but also like Play-Doh. All this eyeshadow. As I was talking to this person on the phone, like, I realized my voice sounded really weird to me. Like my voice had dropped strangely, and I could hear it like from far away. Like I couldn't change it. I just observed like from a detached space that my voice sounded weird. And I realized I was like sitting like this, and I realized that like the edges of my vision got really black. So I got off the phone after doing my best to impart to this person, if you just randomly show up at our office and try and sell us stuff and don't leave, we will probably end up like calling the cops. Don't just randomly show up at our office and then try and sell us crap when we have requested that you do not. It's none of your business what advertising we do. We would have come to you if we wanted your service, and you're definitely not getting it now. I didn't say all that, but that's kind of what I heard when I was like, well, what do I tell them, you know? But basically I got off the phone and I was like, I almost just fainted from making a confrontational phone call. Like moderately confrontational. It was very weird. And then Tuesday I almost did the same thing. Not at work, but it was just weird. Like, hold on, I'll check in with you guys. Hi, Richo. Good morning. Good morning to you. The infidel said nothing out of the ordinary here. Good. Oh, okay. Creamtastic is doing okay. Been extremely busy these weekends. I see. I hope that's a good thing, or you get a break soon if it's kind of a lot of busy. Peterbilt's just okay. Did I see you say that already? Well, I'm sorry you're not better, but I'm really glad you're not doing worse. Oh, my phone buzzed. Marcy's okay. Good. And thank you, Marcy. Hope you recover from the cuties coverage. Yeah, I'll talk about that. I'll touch on that in a little bit here. Talk about fluids. Did I say something about fluids? It's sales that actually does work. It blows my mind. Like I don't work for like a multi-billion-dollar corporation at the executive office where like you could stroll in and be like, hello, sir and or madam, do you want 12 billboards for your business? And the boss would be like smoking his pipe, like, yeah, why not? Here, go ahead. Have several $100,000. Why not? Well, let's do it. Like, you know, for where I worked, it was just absurd. Like, everybody where I worked was like, what are they doing? Like, and again, if you work in sales, you have to make a living. You have to be aggressive or you don't make sales. But it's like, I would personally never work in a business or a field where you have to be that incredibly pushy, to where you're taking advantage of the fact that people are not super combative. People don't know if they're talking to a customer on the phone, so they're going to be a little bit more polite and a pushover. Like a field that is, I don't want to say predatory because that's a little much. That's a little hyperbolic, but I mean, for some people it is predatory. Like if a little old lady is like the secretary in your office and she's like, oh, I guess, what? Okay, you're coming in. I guess you had an appointment. Okay, I'll tell the boss. Like, it can veer into what I would consider to be outright predatory, but you know, it's just kind of like scummy, in my opinion, to be that incredibly rude and forward and just like invite yourself into a place like that. And I personally would never. Pretty. Oh. Hold on. I got distracted. Whoops. Nope. Everything I try and type, it changes it to fire or force now because I talked about fire force like 6 times on the internet. Hold on just a minute. And the bowl with, not south, with the pink flowers. There. Okay. I did it. I done did it. Yeehaw. Hi, Ann Frankenberry. Yeah, I know. Like, you guys come in when I'm, like, screwing around like I'm not even streaming. Yeah. Hi, Mr. Adam. Hi, Adelinda. There's the elf trying to be human. Oh boy. Mort, don't inhale the makeup. It smells good though. As long as it doesn't smell like guano. No, this is like, and yeah, Marcy said makeup community is toxic as hell. It is. It's awful. I used to be like a makeup like YouTuber addict. I watched it like obsessively, and basically the only one I watch anymore is the woman who like made this palette, because she is genuinely like one of the most wonderful human beings on the planet. She and her husband are amazing people, and I love them. Um, and she came out with this, like, there's a side that's like normal lady colors that you would just wear like to work and to normal places, and then there's like the crazy party colored side. And I believe she's the first person to ever come out with like a double-sided palette like this with a mirror on either side. But Christy is an amazing person. Her channel is Raw Beauty Christy, and she's actually like really down to earth and sweet and funny. So it's not one of these people where you just feel very detached, because it's like this multimillionaire in this like sterile white room in their mansion or their upscale apartment. And they're just like slapping on $800 tubes of makeup this big just casually because that's what they do for a living. There's not this really bizarre disconnect where you feel like you're looking at somebody who's untouchable. They're so, camera, focus back here, please. I feel like we're close. I feel like, yeah, that's all the sharper the image is going to get right now. But yeah, I used to watch a lot more people because a lot of them are very funny and very talented. But I'm kind of done with that now, except for basically watching this one woman who came out with this eyeshadow palette. But she and her husband are really, really nice people. They are genuinely really, really good people. So I like them. And also, this eyeshadow's pretty, so I bought it. Yeah, the infidel said, as long as it doesn't smell like guano. Yeah. Yeah. Right, Izub said, I can understand the cold call, but don't try and force a meeting. Exactly. Yeah, it was completely inappropriate. Like, I actually got kind of worked up. I was very irritated at how unbelievably inappropriate that is. Like, they, like, if like I had been the secretary and it was like my first day or something, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna start putting colors on. Like, I could have gotten reprimanded for that because they talked like they already had a meeting or something. It was very, very strange. It was very inappropriate and deceitful. And yeah, like, cold calling is absolutely one thing, but this was just a whole nother level of like wildly inappropriate. And I went on their website and they're like bragging about how much business they do. Well, my thinking is, like, I feel like in the current economy, you might be exaggerating a little bit, or you've probably neglected to update your page about how things are actually going if you're that desperate. Or I have no idea how you're getting that much business when you just invite yourself into people's offices. Like, that's wild to me. Yeah, the brush does not smell like the makeup, but I have to sniff it. You know me. You just gotta sniff. You just gotta sniff it. That's how it is. And thank you so much, Assassin, for shilling. I appreciate it. Hello. Hi, Michael Hatfield, who said, good afternoon, Chat-Mort. She done did it. I don't know what that means. Ah. Did you get sunburned or wearing something? You're not your normal sexy pale, says Peterbilt. I am my normal pale here. Hold on. This has to get brighter and brighter before it goes dark. Yeah, that screwed up my camera. I am just as pale as normal. My face is a little bit red because I scrubbed it because I was mad at my face this morning. So I used really rough exfoliating, like a face wipe, really, really hard. So my face is a little bit redder than usual, but I'm just as pale as normal. The lighting is a little bit odd, and I don't have my computer monitors turned up very loud because very loud. Yeah, I don't have any kind of sensory processing issues. I can't tell the difference between loud and bright. You know what? It looks a lot better like that. You guys can see me better. I think I'll just try and do my makeup like that, maybe. But I don't have my monitors turned up as bright as I usually do to reflect light onto my face for side quest or just streaming in general. Because I've had a couple migraines this week, and I had one of the worst ones I've ever had yesterday. So I took a bunch of ibuprofen before starting here. And if I start feeling really lousy, I will just have to stop streaming. But I I'm just being really cautious because I don't want to exacerbate it or like cause another one to start or cause it to come back, however you would look at that. Sniffing the night away. I love you, Anne Frankenberry. Oh my god. Ah. The infidel said, "Does your work have a no soliciting sign in the front?" No. The thing is, like, our office, like, we're not supposed to be anywhere. Like, our address isn't listed anywhere. So, like, unless we have somebody that we're working with come in our office, nobody should even be able to find our place. So, I don't even know. Like, normally we don't even need a no soliciting sign. But, I don't know. Hi, Aquamadula Best Princess. Aquamadula Best Princess says, Morty, Morty, hi, how are you doing? I read that really weirdly. I'm pretty good. I'm yelling. I realize I'm yelling. I get excited when I talk and then all of a sudden I'm yelling and I don't know when it happened. I'm pretty good. I have had a terrible week, but I'm feeling a little bit better today. So my head is tender. It feels like pins and needles in my teeth, but that's kind of par for the course when I recover from a really, really bad migraine. Mr. Adams said, "You look great." That's very sweet. Thank you. Michael Hatfield said, "They can slap on that super expensive makeup because they don't pay for it. The companies send them freebies or sponsor their videos." That's very true. Some of them end up having to buy their own stuff, but yeah, it's like a lot of the time they do get the stuff for free. So yeah, that's something to remember. Like, companies pick these PR lists and then they send out like whole new sets of makeup to people strategically, in hopes that they'll get positive reviews from those people and get more publicity that way. Hold on, I gotta deepen this thingamahoop here, this color thingy. Oh, Peterbilt says it's thunder in here. So sick of rain. I love rain so much. We can switch places. Hi, Vincent Von Holt. Wait, you said hello earlier, didn't you? Hello, I don't know if I greeted you formally. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'll try and stay on task to the best of my ability here, which is not very good. We know that. So I'm going to try really hard not to get distracted. But, so it was just weird. And I have this problem where I faint, or my body tries to faint more often than is normal for people. I went to a doctor for it when I was a kid, and they called it vasovagal syncope, or just like a vagal response, I believe. So the vagal nerve is the nerve that causes you to faint. Like when somebody sees a mouse, or they see blood, or you find out something shocking, or if you stand up for too long and you're dehydrated with your knees locked, people will faint, I keep saying, but you don't know, or I wouldn't have to tell you. God damn it. Why do I do that? I wish I did not do that, but I do. Okay. I've got to stop doing that. I've stopped saying like so much, but I replaced it with, as a filler. So annoying. But so it's the vagal nerve that causes you to do that. And normally it's like for very, very silly, irrational reasons. Reasons? You know what I mean? Like, I did it again. I did both of them. That's horrible. Oh, damn it. Okay, I'm fine. But I don't understand. I don't understand, like, vagal syncope or whatever you call it. I don't understand why your body would do the fainting goat thing. Like, fight or flight mode makes sense. That is a very rational response that I can understand from an evolutionary standpoint. When something gets really, really bad, you get that rush of adrenaline, and then your body is compelled and chemically fueled with the ability to respond to a really high pressure situation that could be life or death. But your body just making you faint when you see blood or something, like, that's like opting out of any rational or like logical biological response. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You don't get to just like opt out of a stressful situation. Like, if you see some kind of like a copperhead or something, if you see a like poisonous snake in your like bathroom or your yard and it's cornered and you just faint, well, congratulations. Your body just opted you out of the ability to survive the situation by doing something rational. Like if you faint because you see a bear or something, um, that's not gonna help you. That's probably not going to be a good time for you. It's just very irritating to me, and I'm like a fainting goat. Mine, it happens all the time. It's a very odd anxiety response that I get. Like, there have been times when if I'm driving to a doctor's appointment or like when I had to commute really far for a couple of my classes, I would have to pull off the road because I'm so used to this happening that I feel it coming on from from the very beginning stages of it. Like, you know how when you faint, like what's happening in your body is your body, because it thinks you're in a situation where you basically just need to cut your losses and protect your vital organs, all the blood drains out of your limbs and your head and it rushes back to protect your core. That's the reasoning for your body fainting when something stressful happens and you faint. I still think it's idiotic. I don't understand. I'm going to just openly throw shade, as the kids say, at evolution here in biology because I think it's stupid and I know better. But, you know, I wasn't consulted on this. I'm just stuck with this god-awful human condition as my parameters for my existence for the next couple decades. So whatever. I wasn't consulted. No hard feelings here. But I do this all the time to the point where like I can feel it, like I said, coming on from very early on. Like the early stages of like when your body is trying to faint. And normally it happens very fast, but your senses start dulling. Like peripheral sights and sounds and smells and sensations all kind of go away and it like narrows. Like everything gets blurry and narrows to this like little like this little beam of light that eventually goes out. You know, like you feel like you're falling down a tunnel into yourself when you faint, kind of. I'm very familiar with this sensation, so I can describe it kind of aptly. But I'm so accustomed to this happening now that I can kind of fight it off when I feel the very, very initial stages of it coming on. Like I will feel the blood rush out of my limbs. Like all of a sudden my hands and my feet get cold and my arms get the pins and needles feelings down them. And weirdly my teeth start tingling, like the circulation like around and in the nerves of my teeth or whatever, the live part of my teeth, the blood rushes out of there and it rushes out of my lips too. So like my lips will pull tight like this. And sometimes I don't realize I'm having it until I realize like I can't relax my mouth because my mouth is like pulled tight. It's really weird. But I can feel that happening. And if I breathe really deeply and stay hydrated, sometimes it takes a couple hours, but I can fight it off. Because like normally, you know, as an adult who works and has a social life and drives places and runs errands and things, I can't afford to be like fainting in the middle of my work day or something, or while driving to a class or a doctor's appointment. So the weird thing is like now, if I even think about something stressful happening, and this just tells you the state of things in the land of Michelle here. If I even think something stressful might happen, this whole arm just like my fingers close up. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like the way somebody very elderly who's like their health is failing fast, like the way their hands kind of close up like this. Like when you kind of lose muscle control, like this hand does this. My right hand it goes like this, and I can't pull it out or like force feeling or strength into my hand, and my whole arm gets the pins and needles feeling and just like curls in on itself. This whole arm, like I was talking to somebody the other day, and there was a misunderstanding, and I thought we had like relatives from out of state coming like that day or something. And immediately my whole arm just like pins and needles, lost the feeling in it, and my hand like cramped up like that. It's the weirdest thing. There's something very wrong with my body. It's many somethings, but this is one of them. It's not a good situation. It's very strange. Joshua Von Noctis, hi, said kinky. That is objectively incorrect. Hi, the infidel. I don't know if I greeted you. I read one of your messages. Hi, Silent Pavlov. And who did I miss? I missed a couple people who came in. Hi, Odin Light. And some other people I thought showed up, maybe? I don't know. I'm so sorry if I missed greeting any of you. I can't keep up on everything. But yeah, Aquamandula said, gotta give Morty credit. She can smash two topics together in a sentence with zero effort. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but thank you. I'll take the compliment. I'll take them wherever I can get them, to be honest with you. What else? Yeah, the infidel said most predators will take the free lunch. Exactly. Like, your body fainting in response to stress is the dumbest mechanism to me. I don't know evolutionarily where that came from or how that has persisted throughout the years. I don't get it. CMC Advanced said fainting is how people are going to protect their feelings soon. Yeah, like a biological trigger warning. In a way, it is. It kind of is. Ooh, chat jumped. Fabulous. Great. Not like I was trying to read those messages or anything. No, I'm sorry, Joshua Van Noctis. I'm just picking on you. It's fine. I don't know what colors to put on my eyes. I'm just going to start putting something on because I don't have time to, like, twiddle my thumbs and decide. Woo, that's really orange. I like that. I like that a lot. I like orange eyeshadow. Hi, Jarl. Welcome, little homie. Hi, Painkiller. Hello. And Mr. Adam, hi. I don't know if I said hi to you either, Mr. Adam. I'm doing my thing. I'm going to try not to rip one of my earrings out waving again. But anyway, so yeah, like my body, my vagal nerve, it's a free spirit. It's trying to live its best life. It's not operating by anybody else's rules. It is thriving. It is having a blast. It likes to express itself. And that is, it's very inconvenient. To faint or have your body try to faint all the time. Like, I used to get really, really anxious before side quest, and it was like without fail about an hour before side quest, like while I was trying to get ready, my right arm would go totally numb. Like all of a sudden I would feel the tingles in my hand and it would spread down my arm, and my dominant arm, my dominant hand that I used to do my makeup and my hair and, like, you know, make sure my set is all okay here, would just kind of like opt out of working. So that was not good. I didn't appreciate that. But so anyway, this happened both Monday because of the weird work thing and then Tuesday. And then I'm trying to remember. Tuesday it was because I saw stuff, and this is so dumb, but it's not like, oh, somebody disagreed with me on Twitter. Oh, somebody I muted, their tweet came through. It wasn't like that. It was like, it was this whole thing, like where people and namely, including Brittany Venti, are doing this thing where they are meshing the issues of VTubers, lolly-looking VTubers that they think are pedo bait, you know? They're meshing that issue with the issue of child abuse and that stuff circulating on the internet. And again, I know a lot of people who make the connection between those things. There's definitely a moral discussion to be had, a societal discussion about the fact that heinous stuff like cuties is allowed to exist. You know, I was very relieved and heartened by how many people were disgusted by that movie, but we've gotten to a point where, like, the elites aren't even trying to hide anymore that they are exactly what Alex Jones warned us about. Like, how bad is this year when nobody's even trying to pretend that Alex Jones wasn't right about them anymore? Like, this is a very strange new existence we have sort of oozed into, you know, as a species. So I want to say that I understand that most of the people who are worried, and again, we're going into sensitive content here, so I apologize about this. If anybody doesn't want to talk about this, I'm not going to go in depth. I'm not going to get too emotional or anything like in my video I made recently. But I got very upset Wednesday because there are a lot of people who are very well-meaning. It's very reasonable to raise questions about stuff like loli content. Absolutely. It's very, very reasonable and rational for people to not like that, for people to not like that that's on, you can just come across stuff like that on social media. I have no problem with that at all. And most people are very well intentioned when they talk about stuff like that content. However, there are a lot of people who are like, usually it's like commentary channels, and not all of them by any stretch of the imagination. But there are people out there who will talk about stuff like that as long as it drums up outrage and keeps them relevant or makes them relevant. And they do not care if they are spreading misinformation. They do not care if, by doing things like I said in my video, like Creepshow Art did like a year ago, and like Brittany Venti has been doing recently. They do not care if they are falsely equating really disturbing stuff that maybe shouldn't be on the internet with the actual epidemic of child abuse. So the problem is, somebody like Creepshow Art, what she did is I don't even want to go into this because it's such an in-depth thing, but what I'll say is there are commentary channels out there who have good intentions, who are worried about protecting children and worried about predators on the internet, and that's why they talk about stuff like this. And I have nothing but respect for those people. But there are people who only talk about stuff like VTubers and loli and things like that. And then when people approach them and say, "Hey, please, don't distract from the fact that there is an epidemic of actual children being abused. Please don't falsely equate things to where people are going to waste law enforcement's time reporting a drawing when law enforcement is they don't have anywhere near the money and the manpower they need to save all the children that need saved, don't be careful not to cause confusion there, because law enforcement and different organizations that try to rescue children and get horrible content off the internet have published multiple studies and reports saying we've had years of our time wasted because our investigators have to look at every report, and you people are reporting degenerate anime drawings when there are actual children being abused that could be located and rescued, and the people hurting them could be put behind bars. That's basically what I'm saying, and I don't believe I encompassed the whole thing well. There's probably things I'm leaving out, but what makes me angry is the people who are choosing to ignore the epidemic of child abuse. Because human trafficking is at an all-time high. All these people, like the 1619 Project people, are conveniently ignoring the fact that human slavery is at an all-time high right now. And in regard to child trafficking and abuse material, the U.S. is the greatest producer and consumer of that content. There's a massive problem happening right now. And if people are going to only talk about something more palatable and less reprehensible and enraging and saddening like loli, and they're not going to talk about actually helping children, if you are taking advantage of the fact that well-meaning people don't know any better, they don't know how bad things are for children and how many children are out there that are actively being abused and need rescued, if you're actively distracting people from understanding that they need to be educating themselves on how to look out for the warning signs of somebody who's being trafficked or a child being abused and stuff like that, that makes me livid. Because like I tweeted and like I said in my most recent video, there are people out there who are selfish and who are cowards, who would rather talk about something that's more profitable and will get you more clout and clicks and likes, because it's not something that's so horrible that you can't get it out of your head once you think about it or know about it. And that is atrocious. That's despicable. And I'm done with people like that. I'm done with these people who will block you on Twitter if you say, hey, as long as you're talking about gross stuff like loli, can you at least share some information on like the signs of child trafficking, or can you at least share how people can report actual child abuse that they find online? I am dumbfounded by some of the people who are doing this. Like, I am blown away by some of the people I have seen who will block you if you respond to them and say, hey, talk about loli all you want, but if you're going to, can you at least talk a little bit about the epidemic of children actually being victimized and how people can be on the lookout for that and try and save innocent lives? I am blown away by some of the people I'm seeing doing this. And there are some people where I haven't said anything, but I'm dumbfounded that they're still following me. Unless they have me muted, as vocal and opinionated as I've been about this, I am just dumbfounded that certain people haven't blocked me yet. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so I saw this stuff on Tuesday and it made me extremely angry. So it made sense for me to almost faint and have my like goofy fainting goat response, because I was seeing people like Venti who are basically sticking with the far more palatable, easy to handle and then get over things like loli than actual problems that are horrible. And it's like, we as free, safe people who aren't being trafficked, you know, we as people who have a voice, we have the luxury of thinking about these awful things and then trying to put them aside and forget them so we don't have our psyches just shatter and fall apart from how horrible things are in the world. The children who are trafficked and assaulted and victimized and have this stuff of them all over the internet, they do not have that luxury. And I think the most important duty we have, the most important moral obligation that adults have in the free world, is to do everything within our power to protect the innocent. And a lot of us, we're all failing. As long as there are children out there being hurt, we're failing. But anyway, I think the least we can do is kind of like research this stuff and try to figure out how to recognize the signs of trafficking or abuse. So there's a minute chance you can help at least one kid, or at least give one kid the tools necessary to know how to spot somebody dangerous online and stop talking to them, or who they can go to for help if something happens to them, if an adult harms them. Anyway, so I said I wouldn't go into much detail, but I did talk about it a little bit more than I intended to, and I'm sorry, because that's very disturbing subject matter. But anyway, so I got really, really mad about that Tuesday, because I see people pulling this shit. Now people are going after Shadman, who has drawn despicable things, but people are spending all their time on making exposés about him, and not talking about the epidemic of child trafficking going on. Like, nobody's obligated to talk about anything. But we need to get our priorities straight. We do. And I'm pretty much done. I have no patience for people anymore who choose to talk about drawings because they're more palatable and less haunting than the most evil thing humanity is capable of, that is happening at record-breaking rates. I'm done with people like that. I'm not dealing with it anymore. I'm unfollowing people and unsubscribing from people who are pulling this shit, because I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. Anyway, so as upset as I got just now, you can imagine I was very upset Tuesday. And then Wednesday I made my video talking about all this stuff. So I posted my video about that, which was really hard to make. And then Thursday, of course, I had a migraine, because of course I did. When I go through something really stressful, that wing is amazing. Holy crap, how did I do that? F's in the chat for whatever is going to happen with this one. I'm not even listening to anything. I just have this in my ear because, like, having sound blocked out is comforting to me. so Thursday I had a migraine. I'm like, fabulous, of course. Why wouldn't I have a migraine? And I usually wake up with them the day after something bad happens. It doesn't hit me right away. And Thursday is, I believe it was Peterbilt. Hold on. That could be much worse than it came out. Here, let me turn the light up. Nope, that doesn't work on camera at all. Yeah, my camera had a seizure now. Fabulous. But like, I'll wake up the next day with a migraine if something was really, really upsetting to me or something like that happened. So Thursday, I'm like, great, I feel weird. And I'm sorry, this stream is very odd. It's just me like ranting at you guys and I'm not having time to check the chat. I did see a couple people come in, I think. Hi, Thorn. I think I saw you and Spooky. I hope you guys are doing all right. I haven't gotten to talk to you a whole lot lately. Oh, no, yeah, no. Those... From far away, they look symmetrical-ish. So I think that's what we're going to have to... That's just all the better that's going to get. Great. Okay. But yeah, so Thursday I woke up and yeah, as I was saying, I'm sorry. Nope, those aren't symmetrical, but I'm not gonna worry about it because my face isn't symmetrical. So maybe people won't notice the eyes specifically. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm having cluster headaches or migraines. And every resource you look at online will tell you, trust me, you will know the difference. I don't. I have looked at dozens of articles like with a table of the differences between cluster headaches, the symptoms of cluster headaches and the symptoms of migraines. And it's almost exactly 50-50. I do not have the kind of migraines my mom has or tech support husbando. I don't have ocular migraines. I don't have an aura with my migraines. Or whatever they are. Because I think they're migraines, but my doctor said they're cluster headaches because I'll have a cluster of them for like a month or two and then I won't have them for 3 months. I don't know about that because cluster headaches are also called suicide headaches because they are so unbearably painful that people opt out of existence because they can't take them anymore. And I've only had maybe 4 of these headaches total where I wanted to do that. I have had 4 of them total. Like my first 2 were horrible. I had one maybe a year ago that was really bad. And then my one yesterday, spoilers, I had one yesterday, were so bad that I was nauseous and crying and I didn't know what I was going to do because I couldn't take it anymore. I wanted to tear my eyeball out of my head because it hurt so bad behind it. So I don't know what I'm having. I could be having both, although that's very rare. Unless I want to pay a bunch of money out of pocket to have CAT scans and stuff done. I'm probably not going to be able to determine that soon. I'm going through medical testing for some other stuff. I'm having a sleep study done tonight, actually, so that'll be fun. I'm not getting dolled up for my sleep study, though. That would be silly. But it's weird because, like, it's not painful at first, and sometimes it doesn't even get painful. I just feel... You know how the air feels before a thunderstorm? Like on a really humid day, there's this like incredibly dense, heavy, cloying feeling in the air. I get that like in a pocket, like here and here. Like it feels like there's a whole atmosphere's worth of really dense, humid air before a thunderstorm right here in my head. And then that turns into extreme light and sound sensitivity. And then the more painful it gets, like there'll be this tingling sensation in my face. And it extends into my teeth, like my teeth on the right side of my face. It'll be that pins and needles, like your foot's asleep feeling. And I'll start sneezing and my eye will start watering and stuff because my body doesn't know what to try to get the weird sensations to stop. So I'm going to take just a minute and say hi to you guys in the chat and try not to get too off task here, although that's an inevitability with me. We know that. Yeah, hi, Lewis Cohen. Exactly. Exactly. Lewis said, if I remember the numbers correctly, human trafficking is at an all-time high. There are more slaves now than any time in history, but people want to talk about about what the Emperor of Orange says on Twitter. Yeah. And as much as Trump has done some really incompetent things, and as embarrassing as he is as a world leader, he has done massive amounts to combat human trafficking. Massive amounts. He I believe he passed a bill that gave several million more dollars to trying to stop human trafficking recently, and obviously the media won't say a word about it. They just won't, you know. He's helped advance peace in the Middle East to the point where like countries that hate each other are recognizing him and trying to give him like formal recognition for this. He's been, I almost said notarized. He's been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, and the media is not saying anything. Like, the dude is an embarrassment. His Twitter account is an embarrassment, but he's doing some incredible things, and you just don't hear a word about it anywhere, you know? But I think that's really great. I really appreciate that he's done that, and I need to look into it and be able to show you guys whatever the bill is, or the spending thing that was passed to do that, because that's something that everybody should universally be able to applaud, regardless the political party of the dude doing it. You know. Hi, John Smith. Sprint cars rule. um, excuse me. Good grief. Yeah, Zero Fall said the media wanted to cancel Nobel Peace Prizes after that. um, Yeah, and I'm so sorry, you guys. Hi, Baden. Hi, Brad Young. I can't, and Joys of Sorrow, hello. I can't keep up with all of you today. I'm so sorry. I had somebody like rage quit being a subscriber to my channel, my last stream, because I missed like 2/3 of the messages he sent. I know, oh, hi American Phoenix, Senpai has noticed you. Like, I know most of you guys you understand a little bit more like what it's like being inundated with messages to where you're not going to do that. But I just want to give the disclaimer that I am sorry that I can't respond to all of your messages. If I could, I would. I do my best, but you know, especially streams where I'm goal oriented and telling you guys about a specific topic that I picked ahead of time, it's just not feasible for me to get to everybody. So for most people that's a very unnecessary disclaimer, but then occasionally you get somebody who's very hurt and offended when you miss some of their messages. And like when I started streaming in like 2016 or 2017, and I would have 6 people max in my chat or watching total, it was feasible for me to acknowledge everybody. And it's been a hard adjustment to not be able to do that, because I don't like not being able to say hi to every one of you and read all the stuff you guys are putting in the effort to put forth. You know, you are choosing to share your opinions on this stuff, and I can't get to everyone, and I just can't see all the messages. And I am truly sorry about that. I really am. So just know that I appreciate you guys immensely, and I apologize that I can't go back. You know, like, I'll rewatch a stream later to try and see people's messages and what they said at different times. But it's just not, I just can't do it. I can't get to everybody. So I do apologize, and I acknowledge that is frustrating. As you can see, I didn't put any face makeup on at all, but I'm putting on a little bit of blush and highlighter. Because I don't like the really fake look when, like, I'll do it for Lyra, for my character, because she has to look like glowy. She has to look like Galadriel-esque. But in real life, I don't want my skin to look like pancake batter. I don't want all the discoloration gone, because you can tell it doesn't look like I normally look, you know? This is what my skin normally looks like. Actually, my headache is waning, so I'm just gonna be an idiot and up my brightness on my computer so you guys can see me better. Let me see. Hi, Dylan Johnson. How are ya? I elect Magog for president, said Joshua Von Noctis. I second that motion wholeheartedly. Golf said, yeah, the PB blaster has worn off. Yeah. Hi, Ryan. Ryan said, "What foul stumpetry is going on here? Chat-Mort, why have you angered YouTube so they only just now told me you are streaming? I don't know." And then that mortifies me because, like, I check multiple times for about 15 minutes before I start streaming to make sure nothing is scheduled that YouTube just didn't show. You know, I refresh my subscriptions to make sure, like, my close friends aren't streaming because I don't want to stream over my buddies. That's rude, and I don't want to make you guys conflicted if you don't know which of us to watch, because a lot of people don't have the bandwidth or whatever the heck it's called to, like, just mute the less entertaining person and leave us on in the background for views or whatever. I don't like doing that to you guys, and I don't like doing that to my friends either. Because a lot of us, you know, a lot of you guys found me through my friends. A lot of you found me through SideQuest, or you found me through Scribe, or whoever. So my friends and I have a lot of overlap in our audiences a lot of the time. Audiences, friends, whatever you want to call us. I don't want to make it sound like, I don't know, like you guys are my fans, you are my viewer base, or whatever. I don't mean to make it sound like stuffy and official, but so yeah, that's very nerve-wracking when I try really hard to make sure nobody else is streaming or has anything scheduled that I'm gonna run over, and then YouTube doesn't tell you. It just doesn't tell you, you know? So that's great. It's a good time. And I feel bad for you guys because I'm not one of those people who cares about watching something live, but I know most people would prefer to watch something live so they can participate. And then you guys are robbed of that when you might have had free time and when you really would have enjoyed hanging out and participating with everybody. So it is very irksome, and I don't know. And I think I saw Ryan Lynn, but I didn't acknowledge them. Like, I saw their message, but I knew if I didn't finish what I was saying at that moment, I wouldn't get it out. Yeah. Hi, Ryan Lynn. Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry if I missed any of you. Anyway, I'm going to put on some fake eyelashes here. Just gonna... Nope, it fell. It does not want to be a part of the social backlash of that gag. All right. Is this good enough? Did I get all those spots? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put on my mascara here. Let me see. Zero Fall said, "I actually don't know who any of them are, lol. I randomly found you on Twitter from some things I saw you post that were funny and other good posts." So, well, thank you. That's really funny. That's so cool. I'm always confused when people find me from Twitter, which is dumb because, like, I have, 5,200 followers on Twitter, and I have, 2,200 on here-ish, maybe? So I don't know why that surprises me, but it does. Because I feel like I put my heart into YouTube more. Twitter is just like me saying random things that pop into my head. YouTube is a lot more... I think a lot harder, and, there's a little bit more premeditation and just... I'm being candid with you guys. There's a little bit of spontaneity and vulnerability isn't the right word, but in actually talking to you guys face to face, as opposed to, drafting something 6 times and forgetting about it and then figuring out just the right wording before I put something out on Twitter. You know, this is more personal, I suppose. Oh no, yeah, Marcy said, "Mort is the new beauty guru, be prepared for more drama." Aw, Odin Light said, "I think I found you through Ver on Twitter." Yeah, I've made a couple friends because they were fans of Ver, and then they came across my Twitter as well. She's the best. She is such a beautiful, kind, talented person. I love her to death. Some homo. It's just a little bit. Just a smidge, just a skosh, as the kids say. But, alright. Hold on. I gotta focus on putting this on or it's gonna go really bad. Then I'll tell you about Thursday. I'll tell you about that stuff that is allegedly called PB Blaster and how that made my week impossibly worse. Ah, frick. There is no learning curve when it comes to putting on fake eyelashes. It is just as confusing every time as it was the first time. It's a total crapshoot as to whether they stick or not. It doesn't matter how long you hold them, how much glue you put in the right places. And you can't get them symmetrical on either eye. They always end up on different parts of either eyeball, no matter what you do. It's just a disaster. I like how they look, but it's not good. It's very difficult. All right. I think I've always heard make sure you get the front and the back end on. That's the most important. Because I've come home from like college and one of my eyelashes, like the front end came peeled up because I didn't glue it down enough. So I come home and my lash is like this and it's been like flapping around all day like that. So I try to avoid that at all costs, but it still happens. Let me see. Silent Pavlov said I found you via Magog and Joker. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, and now like I have more of an overlap with Joke's audience because of the Mort and Joke show. He has some of the best, like his audience is some of the best people on the internet, that's for sure. Spooky said my Twitter has more followers than my YouTube now, Lamau. Yeah, it's like I don't like that. Like I spend more time on Twitter, but I care more about YouTube. Like, you know, I don't know. Whatever. It just do be like that sometimes. Do people say that anymore? I don't think so. Probably not. Just as American Phoenix said, kids haven't said skosh since the 1940s. Yeah, the infidel said, PB blaster, I'm imagining a peanut butter cannon. Yeah, I had to not make that joke at work because I didn't want to look like the child that I am. No offense to you. Thorn, how do you not have a wrench? Here, give me just a second here. I love that I could accidentally put you in timeout or hide you on this channel just as easily as I could make you a moderator. That could be really bad. That could be really, really bad. Okay, none taken. Good, the infidel. I always use self-deprecating humor and then people are like, wait, but I do the same thing. It's like, yeah, but I don't hate you. I do not have you do not cause me crippling self-esteem issues, so I'm not coming after you. It's personal. It's very personal, trust me. Thorn said Mort's gonna make me stand in a corner, and Thorn still doesn't have a wrench by her name. All right, we're just gonna try to add moderator again. All right, we're just gonna take two. Maybe it'll work this time. Probably not, but I'm gonna try. But anyway, sorry, I'll try and get back on topic here. I hope I haven't. Hold on. I need to check my text here. Oh, my Face ID worked for once. That's good. Just a second. I just saw, whoops, saw this. Caps lock. I love the chickens so much. Okay. I'll just send that and then worry about the rest later. Dude, what is happening? Why? There's not. Okay, this is the third time I've added you as a mod now in a row, Thorn. Why is it doing this? What's going on here, YouTube? What's up there, buddy? You feeling all right? That's very weird, dude. Like, it's not giving you mod status. What is happening? Maybe I'll have to try after the stream. Like, you can type in somebody's channel name and give them mod status later. This is really weird. Susan is added again. Yeah, no kidding. I don't know. I will try to manually add you in, like, my channel settings in a little bit here. I don't know. Weird, but sorry, I'll try and get on task here again. So then Thursday, I had a migraine because Wednesday I made my video about the epidemic of what all them wacky kids abbreviate as CP. That's all over the internet. That's literally all over Twitter. Some of these accounts sharing this vile shit have tens of thousands of followers before any normal person stumbles across it and reports it. And then these accounts usually stay up until Twitter will do that thing like where you make an offensive joke and Twitter's like, hey, your account is locked until you remove this tweet. Twitter, come here, Twitter. I'm going to tell you something. That doesn't work with an account that's posting literal child abuse material. You don't have them take one tweet down and let them stay on the site. You report them to law enforcement and ban them. This is common sense. Okay, it's not common sense, not to Twitter. That's the closest thing to ASMR you're ever gonna get from me. Um, but yeah, no. So I was really angry. I was really angry. Wednesday, and then obviously Thursday I went into work and I had a migraine from that. I had that really dense, like, looming thundercloud on a humid day feeling, like behind my right eye, which is where it starts. This smells good. It smells like alcohol. I like that makeup smells a little bit like rubbing alcohol. I like that. Okay. I'm just And then I'm like, why do I have a migraine all the time? I'm sorry, I'm not very bright. Hi Eloise Schubert. Hello, I just joined. Welcome, my friend. I don't know, you guys. I'll look into the mod thing later because I have nowhere near the number of mods I've seen on other people's channels, and it's not letting me mod people right now. I don't get it. It's very odd. And really aggravating, and I'm trying not to say gamer words here. Oh my, yeah, I know the infidel. Some dark humor there for sure. But so I get into work and my chair is like squealing horrifically on Thursday. Every time I turn to the right, my chair does this just like screaming, like blood curdling, teeth being ground down by like a belt sander noise. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I am in excruciating pain, and my chair sounds like something from a horror movie. Like nails on a chalkboard, fork screaming across a plate. I'm sorry, I'm bringing my migraine back just talking about it. My teeth are getting tingly, so I'm gonna stop. You guys get what I'm saying. So I like jokingly in the office with several coworkers like at their desks near me, I just said, does anybody have some WD-40? Like just jokingly, you know? Just a little something you can just do a little squirt of on a hinge or something to make it stop screaming so you can't do anything without everyone wanting to tear their ears off of their out of never mind. Bad sounds you want to have go away, stop. Bad. No. Yes. So I just kind of like half said that jokingly, and I was thinking like I'll bring some to work or something like a spray lubricant or something, whatever, to make my chair stop screaming. Or we could just replace the chair, right? That would make sense too. And then my coworker was like, "Oh yeah, I've got some of that in my truck." And he was like, I'll go get some. So then when he got the opportunity, he got a break, he went out to his truck and he brought this stuff in. It looked like a little tiny spray can of WD-40, except it was bigger. And then he when I was on a break, he started spraying this stuff. He like turned my chair upside down and started spraying this stuff on the bottom of my chair. And then he would like turn it and test it to see if it was still squeaking, and then he would spray it on another part of the mechanism that oh my god, that held the chair together, like the part that was threaded through for the wheels, and like as he continued his like trial and error, I really can't get up tight here with my fake eyelashes to get my bottom lashes mascaraed. I'm having a problem. As he continued this, and I was standing nearby watching and thanking him, I began to smell something. And I began to realize, oh no. Oh no, this is not the product I know is WD-40, which has a little bit of a smell that then dissipates right away. Oh no. This is something else. This is something like industrial strength, like machine shop, like diesel smelling repair. This is something is very wrong here. Oh my god. So, yeah, he coated the entire bottom of my chair with this stuff that's like dripping off of it, that reeks, that to me smells like gasoline or something very similar to gasoline. The kind of smell that like if you're already a little car sick and you have to stop to get gas for your car, you almost can't do it, at least in my case. I never finished answering Peterbilt. I put on the fake lashes and the mascara because it makes the fake lashes look more natural. Like if you get up close and you can see there's like eyelashes that are longer coming from somewhere a little higher than your real lashes. It looks weird. So anything I can do to make it look a little bit more blended together, I will do. Because I want the fake lashes to look real. I want to look like an anime character. Whoa, frick, that wasn't what I meant to do. Hold on. Just like, man, I want to look like... I'm going to do the gross thing moms do. You spit to get this off of my face. That's really gross. And unhygienic, but, too late now. I just want to look like an anime character, man. So, anything I can do that I think makes the fake lashes look more cohesive, I guess, with the rest of the look, I'm going to do. Oh, I inadvertently did like folly Halloween-y makeup. I've got the yellow and the orange. That's cool. Whoopee. So yeah, it smelled absolutely horrible. And we didn't have very good ventilation that day in the office. And so I sat for 5 hours. Probably about 5 hours were left in my workday. 4 to 5 hours. I sat over a dripping puddle of this stuff that reeked and gave me a horrible headache and made me a little bit nauseous. But, once you're in horrible fumes for a long time, you get accustomed to it. And then I thought, okay, I'm fine. I can still smell it every time I inhale. But it's fine. This is where I would comedically, like, zoom in on my face, like, no, Michelle, it's not fine. It wasn't fine. What you thought was not the case at all. Even a little bit. And so by the time I got home and I got out of the fumes, I felt it was really scary. The way I felt was scary. And I couldn't even, like, articulate how I was feeling. I was so disoriented. Like, I was kind of shaky. I probably had a little bit of vertigo thinking back on it. I just felt really scary. My head hurt horribly. I had this queasiness bordering on full-on nausea that was like coming in waves. I was like kind of cold and shaky. And since then I have researched this stuff, and mechanics will tell you, do not use that unless your shop is ventilated. Have a fan on to vent the fumes of this shit out of your shop, out of your garage while you're working on a car, or don't use it. So I was sitting in a room with no ventilation over a dripping puddle of this stuff, like my chair is very low to the ground, like that maybe. So my butt's here and this puddle of these fumes are right here. And I should also mention that during the day, I went to the restroom and I got paper towels, like with soapy warm water on them, and tried to clean up the puddle. And I had to stop because I started gagging from the smell. It was really stupid of me not to be like, I probably need to go to the ER right now and this chair needs to be burned somewhere far away from any buildings where it's going to violate EPA regulations. But I didn't, because I'm a moron. And it was like I was so slowly being affected by this chemical, probably killing all of my brain cells, that it's like I wasn't actively, that's what's scary about like chemical inhalation stuff. Like it's happened so gradually that by the time you would realize, oh my God, something is wrong, I'm having XYZ symptoms, you're so disoriented that you don't even know what's happening. So it's like the stupidest, most preventable thing happened on Thursday. And it was dumb too, because my coworker was trying to help. And the most insane thing is like it made me really, really sick. And it made one of my other coworkers, it bothered one of my coworkers. One of my coworkers just had to leave the office and was like, okay, I have to go do work elsewhere today. I'm going to move my schedule around because I can't be in here with this smell. And then 2 of my coworkers couldn't smell a thing at all. They didn't notice anything. I'm like, how are you not smelling this when I'm like, I should be calling poison control about this right now. Like, if I had my wits about me, I would have probably driven to the ER or probably had someone else drive me because I shouldn't have been driving. It was just such a crazy, ridiculous, avoidable situation. And it's like, like sometimes my office feels like the office. Like things that are skit-like and absurd that should never happen in a place with like legal regulations where you get paid for what you do there. Like things that happen there shouldn't be happening. Like it's absurd that they do happen. So, you know, I felt really scary and it was really stupid and I don't know. It was really dumb and my eyelashes came up in the corner, so I have to reglue them. Fabulous. But I got the ones I was trying to get to at least. Sorry. I'm kind of off task. And then Friday I went in because I was like, it'll be better today, right? No, I started feeling sick right away. So I was like, I'm gonna have to. Can I work from home today without having to like call off? Because I can't be in here with this smell. It's making me really sick again. And Friday they were like venting everything thoroughly because it was bad in the office. It was really bad in our little area at least. So I was able to work from home on Friday, and like how bad I started feeling really fast just being back in the like general vicinity of that smell is very alarming because that's how quickly it was affecting me and making me sick, and I just sat in that all day Thursday. So yeah, Friday was okay. Friday wasn't super stressful or anything, although I've been like wiped out all week and I was like sleeping for hours every day. Just I would come home and sleep from the stress of what was going on. And then yesterday, well, let me read what you guys are saying and then I'll tell you about yesterday. Let me see what you guys are saying. I have to go potty. I might run and use the restroom and leave you guys to like mess around amongst yourselves and then come back. Somebody disliked the stream. Unconscionable. That's a word, right? Unconscionable? Unconscionable. I tried to fuse inconceivable and unconscionable and it didn't work because that's not how English works. Yeah, American Phoenix said it sounds like it smelled wonderful. Eloise said, what state are you from? Your voice is interesting. I'm from Ohio, and I lived in Ohio for most of my life. Oh my god. Peterbilt said, I've had the stuff run down the side of my face in my mouth. Ooh, that's awful. Silent Pavlov said, use graphite. It has no smell. Yeah, Zerofall said, yeah, that's not good. In a small room, you need to vent it. Also, we sprayed way too much. Yes. Yeah. The EPA sucks. I think we can probably all agree with that. They have ruined so much. And who is it? Oh my god. Who is it? I can't think of it off the top of my head. What's the organization that like makes hospitals throw away tons of food every night instead of sending them to homeless shelters? What is that organization that like the government just ruins everything? It freaking destroys everything. It is a necessary evil, but yeah, a lot of the evil that this unnecessary evil does is not necessary. Okay, is it lifted up? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this because otherwise I can't see what I'm doing. Sorry, I hope this isn't like horrifying. Some of you guys mentioned that you don't like seeing pokey things around people's eyes. Well, then I won't let you know that I just got a bunch of glue in my eyeball. So you won't be alarmed by that or feel icky and squeamish. And hup. All right, if I just hold that in place, that'll remedy that there. Hi, Kenny. Ow! Whoa! Oh no! Oh, that burns. Oh, that burns. Oh, boy! Oh, that burns. All right, I'm gonna have to look where I'm actually putting the blob of glue this time. Oh boy. American Phoenix said, did you prep the surface before you tried to glue them on? A little bit of sandpaper usually does the trick. Ryan said, quickly, we must extend the story. Distract the Chat-Mort with memes of twice from MHA. Oh yeah, American Phoenix said, I didn't know you lived in Ohio. That's crazy. Thank you for letting me win your lottery. You're welcome. The FDA, is it the FDA or is it... See, I wanted to say the FDA, but I don't think that's it. I think it's something else. Maybe I was thinking of OSHA regulations, because that's where I heard that from. I think it was OSHA, because they were the ones who made... they would make a bunch of hospitals at the end of the day, like the hospitals, they in their kitchens, they would make all this food, and then they would have to throw away like gallons and gallons and gallons of freshly made food at the end of the day, because OSHA wouldn't let them like send that to homeless shelters or hand it out to people. It's just sickening stuff like that. Eloise said doing eye makeup seems so scary. You do have to be careful, but it's like if you're just very gentle and you take your time learning, you're not gonna like poke yourself in the eyeball too much or anything. Oh, I glued my real eyelashes to my... Dang it. Help. Let me unpick that from there. Okay, that's better. It just takes time, and if you're really sensitive about things around your eyes, it's going to take a lot more practice to get acclimated to it, but you can. Might be OSHA, yeah. I think it is OSHA, though, actually, Ezub. It's OSHA, I believe. What? Are you sure it's an FDA regulation? I didn't think it was the FDA. Maybe I was thinking of some... Oh my god, that's too much of that. That looks awful. Oh, I look silly now. I'll flip. Oh dear. Maybe it is the FDA. I guess I could be wrong, but I think I was thinking of something more regional. Or maybe it was for Ohio. I don't know. I'm not sure. You guys could be right. It's quite possible you guys are correct. Hi, Ryder. Welcome. Just here to say hi. I have work soon. I hope your day goes well. I hope it's a good day at work. Oh, yeah, Eloise said I have friends do my makeup and it feels weird on my eyes. Yeah, I think that would be like if somebody else did my makeup, I don't think I would be able to control my reflexes of like jerking away when things touched and scratched my eyes. Where if I'm in control of the like pressure of the brush or the lipstick or whatever it is on my face, you know what's coming the same way you can't tickle yourself, you know? I think if other people did it, I would be very, very on edge because you just don't know what's about to happen. I look a lot better with my makeup on, in my opinion. I feel like myself again with my face on. But anyway, so yesterday was one of those days, and this kind of happens to me more than usual. Hi, Chronicide. Okay, looked it up. It's the FDA. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why I was thinking it wasn't. I don't know what I was thinking specifically. That the FDA, for some reason, just didn't feel right when I said it. I'm not sure. But, yeah, so then when I wake up and I'm in a lot of pain, I don't even know where I am. A gnat. Hello, friend. It almost went up my nostril. Gracious. Oh, cool. Hi, your boy Pat. How are you? But like when I wake up and I'm in a lot of pain, I don't even know where I am. I'm so groggy. I'm so disoriented. And usually it's like head pain because I have bad headaches a lot. And I don't like grind my teeth in my sleep, but I bite down really hard in my sleep. And I need to get a bite guard again because I lost my other one, my like cheapy one. But oh my god, yeah, it's been bad. You know what? I totally forgot to do something here. I'm so sorry. Let me open Streamlabs because the dashboard thing doesn't always, like, not the dashboard, but the I'm trying to see over my mirror here. I just don't, in the off chance that one of you sends me something, I don't want to miss it. Okay. All right. I just want to keep that up in the background and remember to try and check it. What else? Hi, Roy Bucket. Welcome. But no, I can't give you guys hugs from in the computer. I don't know how to get out. I'm sorry. And hi, Memes of Destruction. Welcome. Do my little wave. So anyway, like I woke up yesterday and I felt weird. And it's like I was so groggy, it took me a long time to wake up because I didn't feel rested at all, which is another reason I'm getting a sleep study done tonight. An at home one, which is going to be really weird. I'll tell you guys how that goes because that might be interesting. But like I remember not feeling good and not being able to put my finger on the fact that I didn't feel good because I was so groggy by the time I already woke up. And I remember the sun went over a cloud and my room got really dark for a while and I was like, wow, I love that. Like that is definitely for me. And then groggily thinking like, why does that matter? Like my blinds are already drawn. It's already dark in my room. So why would I like it so much more that the sun went behind a cloud? And then I remember like groggily thinking, you know, why can it like do that again? So it's like I was so disoriented that I couldn't consciously identify the fact that I had a headache, like a migraine type headache starting. And um you know, I felt okay-ish, but then it's like I got up, I felt groggy, I didn't feel great. I thought about taking ibuprofen, but I was like, no, I need to get some coffee and some food in me first or I'll get sick. And then I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos and like people's consonants were hurting my ears really bad. Like any high sounds were like it felt like somebody was like shocking my eardrums or my brain. I was like, "Oh, that's weird." And then I thought about like shutting it off because it got to the point where I was like, "I'm really uncomfortable." And then I was thinking like, "Well, no, I want to watch something. I don't want to be bored to death." So it was just like these weird, vague like I have a problem where I'm very very bad at identifying what exactly I'm feeling or when my body's sending me signals that something is going wrong, I have a really really hard time identifying those things and I don't know why. Like I don't really feel hungry almost ever. Every once in a while my stomach will growl when I get really hungry and then I realize, "Oh, I'm hungry." But I don't usually feel thirsty either till like the very end of the day. Um I just like I will realize I feel really really bad and I won't be able to like pick out the different factors or the different like facets of the sensation I'm feeling. So it's like I'll get to this state where I feel really really bad because I was focusing on something else like at work or I'm drawing or watching TV or whatever I'm doing. And then I'll have to like take a deep breath and sit down because I usually feel really bad and disoriented by that point and I have to be like, okay, am I breathing deeply? Like, did I stop breathing? Because I don't breathe. I don't know how I'm alive. Because I'll just stop breathing for long periods of time. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I feel really bad. And then I realize, oh my God, I feel great now. Like, something is very not right in here because I don't always breathe. Like I'll just not breathe for long periods of time until I feel really scary. It's like waking sleep apnea because my body is so broken. My body's so like how am I alive? Like this is the reason I take spiders outside. This is the reason why I like shoo bugs off of the road or like I stop my car and honk if like a little squirrel is toddling by. Like I like Mother Nature, natural selection really had to look the other way for me to be a thing and to have survived to this age. So it's like I don't feel like I can be an agent of order and enact natural selection by like hitting a little fluff muffin with my car or something or like killing a bug. That's not fair. Like when I exist externally from the system that's supposed to keep anomalies from me like happening, I don't get to like impose that on other, you know, living things. So anyway, I'll do that. I'll have to sit down and I'll be like, okay, am I actually breathing? And then I'll be like, I'll go get a glass of water or a bottle of water, and if I can keep a couple sips down, I'll drink some more, and then I'm like, okay, like, do I have to go pee now? Is that the problem? Do I have to go to the bathroom really bad? Am I in pain from that? Am I having a headache? Do I need ibuprofen? Am I really hungry and my blood sugar crashed? Is that what's happening? Because I have hyperinsulinism problems as well, where I need to be constantly putting glucose into my system or I have a really, really scary blood sugar crash where it's probably a medical emergency. And I try to avoid that, but not very proactively because I'm oblivious and I'm a child. Anyway, so I'm dying, but it's all the time, so I'm used to it. It's good. It's normal. It's fun over here. It's par for the course. So, um, anyway, I couldn't really like it came on so gradually that I wasn't really consciously aware of what was wrong. Like I felt that dense, thick, like before a thunderstorm feeling behind my eye building up, but by the time I got to the point where I was like, okay, this is a problem. I think I know what's happening now. I need to take migraine medication. It was like too late. Like if I had consciously, mindfully checked in with myself earlier in the day to figure out like what's going awry, how am I feeling right now, I could have taken medication way earlier. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm really drawing this out and rambling at this point. um, but so then I was like, okay, what do I do? This is getting really bad. I'm a lot of pain is happening behind my eyeball really, really fast. So I was like, okay, I've got my CVS over the counter headache medication, which is an NSAID and a bunch of caffeine, but I think caffeine will make me feel really scary. Or do I take my sumatriptan, which I was prescribed in 2017 and I've only ever taken twice because, excuse me, because the way sumatriptan like rockets your blood pressure up really violently makes it feel like the Willy Wonka tunnel of terror in my brain, and I'm terrified of that. Like, which thing is going to be worse if I take it right now? So I was in so much pain because I'm scared of the way sumatriptan makes me feel. Also, just a disclaimer, don't take medication unless it is prescribed to you and you are following the instructions. There are a lot of you little scamps here that I don't see a lot. Hi, everybody. But I actually took a sumatriptan, the third one I've ever taken in my life, because I am terrified of the way they make me feel, even though they make your headache go away. Let me say hi to everybody real briefly. Hi, Arachnid Youth. I'm sorry I saw you say something earlier. Hi, Frankie Goddard. Hello, Randolph Richardson. And hi, Orla Seraph. Spooky said, hey, Michelle, have you heard about VTubers cucking to China? I saw a little bit about that. I'm going to have to look into that more. Vincent Von Holt said, Mort is chaotic. Good. I appreciate that. I'm not sure about that some days, but thank you. Yeah, Meme said, Chat-Mort, treat yourself like in Minecraft. You gotta remember to eat and what not to survive. I am not a doctor. Dylan said, glad you're still alive, lol. Thank you. Abaddon said, I'm an agent of chaos. Yes, and everything within me, down to my cells, are as well. Bye, Ryan. I saw Ryan. I'm sorry. I saw Ryan and then I saw Ryder. Ryder went to work. I hope Ryder has a good day. Ryan said, that's a classic migraine. The photosensitivity, the auditory issues, the pressure behind just one eye. It was probably the petrochemical smell, and it lingered on your clothes. It did too, because when I went, like, I folded my clothing and I didn't put it in the laundry or wash it on Thursday night because I felt so scary. And then when I went back to work Friday, I tried to put on the same folded up jeans because they were still pretty clean, and that smell wafted up and I was like, oh my God. Like I was in so much of that I reeked of it and I couldn't even smell it. That's bad. The clothing has since been thrown in the washer and stuff to clean, but yeah. So I think that's what brought on this like terrifyingly bad migraine that happened yesterday, because it was one of the worst ones I've ever had. And it's the kind of thing that, like, while you're in it, I'm so delirious I can barely think, but I'm thinking, oh my God, this is going to happen again someday. And I'm very alarmed by the fact that I know this isn't just going to go away and I'm never going to do it again. It's probably going to happen again someday. And how do I deal with knowing this is going to happen again? Okay, I got back to what Arachnid said a little bit ago. Arachnid Youth said, hey, I saw your Loli versus CP video, and I'd like to say thank you for being one of the only YouTubers that actually looks into these type of issues and do research. I'm planning on a video myself. Well, thank you so much. That video is definitely part of why I had migraines later in the week. I know I gave myself one from filming that video, but it needed to be said. I was very. It's an issue where I'm done tiptoeing around it, and I'm done trying to ingratiate myself with or being what I would consider a fan of these commentary channels that are choosing to talk about something much more palatable when, in my opinion, the most evil thing that human beings are capable of is at an all-time high, is at record-breaking levels, and every year it is breaking records for how much of this stuff is reported and documented and taken off the internet. And so I have no patience anymore for the kind of people who, for clout, like Creepshow Art and Brittany Venti and all these people, I have no patience for these people who actively confuse their audiences into thinking that law enforcement has time to be looking at gross lowly drawings on the internet when actual evidence of children who are out there being abused and need rescued is at an all-time high. It being created and disseminated on the internet and traded. It's all over Twitter. You know, there are hashtags where accounts that are not privated are sharing this stuff, massive amounts of this stuff. And in 2019 or 2018? Is it oh my God, the International Watch Foundation, right? The IWF, they're an organization that works to get this material taken down. Because every time somebody views this material, the victim is violated anew, essentially, you know? They published a report saying that in 2018 or 2019, the amount of this material has gone up almost exponentially every couple of years since the internet started. I'm sorry I'm talking about this again. This will be the last time I talk about this issue, and then we won't discuss it again for the rest of the stream, because I apologize. It's very upsetting, you know, as it should be. But reports also went up by a massive amount in 2018 and 2019. However, I believe over half of the reports didn't have a child being victimized in the material that was linked to, because people like Creepshow Art are encouraging their fans to waste law enforcement's incredibly limited resources and manpower to look at gross drawings when there is an uncountable number of innocent children being victimized all over the world right now. And they estimated that their personnel, like over 4 years of manpower, was wasted because people are reporting lowly, falsifying reports that an actual child is being assaulted because they saw a lowly drawing. So as I said in my video, my teeth are getting tingly again because I'm getting so angry. I need to calm down or I'm going to get myself another migraine. Whew. My blood sugar is crashing. I got so angry. I'm done with these people. I'm done with these scumbag grifters who care more about clout than helping children. And they care so much about clout that they are actively helping people who are attacking children and abusing them in this way by distracting law enforcement and the public eye from them so they can do more of this heinous shit in the shadows while the spotlight is turned on icky drawings and how, oh my gosh, these people like Creepshow Art and Brittany Venti are such good people for being grossed out by something that everybody decent is grossed out by. Oh wow, you guys are so amazing. Good job. You guys are amazing for being disgusted by this disgusting thing. You are so stunning and brave. I am done with people like that. I am disgusted with them, and I'm sorry, I'm getting myself worked up. I'm not going to not talk about this problem because there is a massive issue going on, and these people are prioritizing clout and ass pats from their stands on the internet over the most evil thing that human beings can do, that is at epidemic levels. Now, you do not matter more than the innocent children who need rescued. You don't. You are, in fact, worth very little compared to the average human being if you would do this shit. So, thank you guys for watching that video. I don't I don't fucking care if these people get mad at me and try and expose me. I don't care. Because these innocent children who need protected matter more than anything. That is the most important thing we can do as adults, is try to do anything within our power to protect innocent children. We are failing. We are failing, and we should be ashamed of how badly we are failing. And these scumbags who are capitalizing on the fact that people would rather dwell on something that doesn't give you nightmares, that makes it so you almost can't believe that a God exists when people can be this evil, and get away with it. I don't care. I don't care what these people think of me. I don't care if these scumbags will spin this in some way as if I'm actively defending Loli, because I care more about innocent children. I don't give a shit what people's perceptions are of me. Because I'm not what matters here, and these scumbags are not what matters here. Innocent children are what matter. They're what should matter to anybody decent. And clearly a lot of these people are not decent. Based on the way they capitalize on people's outrage and distract from the actual problem to get clout, to look like good guys. I'm fucking done with these people. So, sorry. I said earlier, like 20 minutes ago, that was the only time I was going to talk about this during the stream, but it's something that should make people angry, and somebody needs to talk about it. And it's pathetic that a nobody with 2,000 subscribers is the person talking about it. It's disgusting and pathetic. So I hope more people talk about this stuff. I hope more people research how to spot the signs of a child being abused, spot the signs that a human being is a trafficking victim. I hope people start sharing how to report this stuff on Twitter, what organizations... I'm lightheaded. I'm so angry. I'm sorry. What organizations are actively trying to do something to stop this? And I misnamed the organization twice in my video, but actually I'm going to look them up. Hold on. I'm going to turn my microphone off while I move it. I don't want to deafen you guys, but I'm going to link Operation Underground Railroad, or rrescue.org. This organization, I found them from Glenn Beck doing interviews with these people. Oh, my teeth are like fuzzy feeling inside. I'm so angry. This organization has saved thousands of children from around the world from human trafficking operations, and they have put away hundreds, if not thousands, of these monsters in human skin who abuse children in this way. And if there's anything you guys can do, and I've made a couple $100, like on Streamlabs, and probably a couple hundred this year from Patreon and Subscribestar all combined. And I'm thinking of all of it that I haven't already spent, like on vet bills or on my set here and stuff for side quest. I'm thinking of taking all the rest of it and putting it to this organization. Because these people are doing the Lord's work, not to sound hyperbolic or whatever, but they are. And if I can do anything, if I can urge you guys to do literally anything, I beg you to look into this organization and see if there's something that you are interested in financially supporting. So anyway, that's that. And now my microphone is up in my face, and it's not in an aesthetically pleasing place here, because I didn't want to deafen you guys smacking the microphone with my rings or my fingernails, or deafening you guys with my opposite of ASMR, ow, tap it, mechanical keyboard right in your eardrums. So, but yeah, it's there, you guys. Hi, Marson. American Phoenix, yeah, said I used to be a Venti stan. I thought she was funny. Oh my god, I thought she was hilarious. I thought the fact that people fell for her character was hilarious, and I really liked her satirical character. Like, she is talented, but this dog shit she's doing now, where she finally, days after people have been like, hey, can you maybe not equate disgusting drawings to actual little lives that are an unimaginable nightmare, she finally like slunk and put up like, hey, if you guys see children being abused, on her YouTube story, like community tab, she put up a link like, hey, if you guys actually find real children being abused on the internet, you can report it here, after getting, you know, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views on her videos and getting a shit ton of clout from saying that VTubers, like the cute little girl in the shark onesie, are the actual problem. And, you know, being a fan of a cute little anime character in a shark onesie is like the pipeline to molesting children, you know, which is an argument she's completely making in bad faith, you know, if you actually watch her videos. I considered watching those videos on stream so we could laugh at them and debunk them so you guys don't have to give her views. But I think I would probably have an aneurysm and die on stream if I watched her bullshit. So, you know, more stuff about cuties, more stuff about disgusting people preying on real children is good. I applaud that content from Venti and everyone else. But when you give so little of a shit about actual children that all you do is like retroactively throw up a link after everybody's criticized you for downplaying the monstrosity that is child abuse material, you know, and you're only putting up videos later to avoid people calling you out for what a disgusting scumbag you are. That's you know, no, I don't watch her anymore either. I don't care if she actually does good content later. If she does, that's awesome, but I'm disgusted with her. I don't want to see her face. I don't want to hear her voice. I'm done with it. Sorry. American Phoenix said, I thought she was funny. Now I see that she is just a bad person who does the shit she tries to call out. I was done with her over the thought bashing while posting her cleavage. Seriously, she is such a hypocrite. This just adds another nail in the coffin. Well, what's funny to me is that she calls Guargura, is that her name, and the other VTubers, she calls them pedobait because they are cute little anime characters, and Guar's character looks kind of like a child. Like, I love that she calls them pedobait when she intentionally uses a really cute little voice. I've lost my voice, so I can't mimic her voice, but she intentionally, as much as Japanese women put on a cute high voice because they think that's attractive and makes them seem more youthful, she's doing the same thing. You know, she has adopted and puts on a speech pattern and uses her voice in a very high, soft little voice. You don't have to talk like this all the time to your YouTube audience, like a little girl asking a question to her dad or her teacher, and wearing very Lolita-inspired schoolgirl-esque clothing. Like, she is... If you're gonna say that arbitrary nonsense is pedobait, the way she styles herself and her YouTube persona is just as much pedobait as these VTubers. Like, if you're gonna throw out arbitrary nonsense accusations like that, let's just go the whole way and let's point out the fact that you are acting childlike too because you think it's charming, but VTubers can't. But when you do, it's okay, you know? Excuse me, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm dying. I do have to go very soon, you guys. I have to leave for a social engagement. We're all going to give each other the Rona. We're not. We're not. Right. Yeah. Arachnid Youth said, I watched her cuties video before I thought she was pretty cool. Yeah, it's good. Anybody who's making videos about that vile crap, I applaud for sure. Arachnid Youth then said, then she started attacking VTubers and shit. Like, that's a huge leap in logic. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Dylan Johnson said, I heard Alabama mutilates people who like cuties. Shout out to Alabama. Right. Yeah. Yeah, most of them are part of HoloLive, I think it's called. Yes. That's interesting. Yeah, Marson said, a cute, high-pitched voice is also a defense mechanism, makes you sound more innocent and harmless. Oh, Arachnid Youth said, when you get the chance, you should take a look at my video talking about the Vivzy Pop Has-Been Hotel drama. That's really interesting. I will look into that. Thank you. Yeah, Spooky said, I don't trust Lolitas because 9 out of 10 times they're assholes. Yeah, like, I love the style. I think it's beautiful, but, like, you don't get to run around equating equating cute anime girls to literal children, you know, who are being abused. You don't get to call that pedo bait and then wear like Lolita fashion yourself. Like, it's not inherently playing on some vile, like, inhuman, monstrous desires, you know. But yeah, I think a lot of Lolita fashion is beautiful. But yeah, even if there are aspects of the style I like, so it's spooky. um, I don't support social interaction. Is that something I said? Who said that? Oh my God, help. Bro, Aqua Medulla, no, we are not talking. I don't even have anybody down here. Tenya's gone, Dobby's gone, Senku's gone, my plushies, everybody's upstairs except my piggies. Everybody is upstairs in my china cabinet now with my antiques from like my grandma and these like weird little 1900s like pieces of glassware. My cabinet is very strange. It's very strange. Okay. Orla Seraph said, no, my eldest says it, and I agree. That's so cute. I'm so sorry. I know I missed a bunch of your messages, you guys, and I've got to finish my little story and wrap up here. But Marcy said, Chat-Mort, when you got scared on that, or when you got serious on that video, I legit got scared. I've never seen you near this serious for an extended period of time. Yeah, I don't normally get that angry about things. Things don't normally make me that upset. I tend to be pretty mild-mannered, or if I get mad, I will like vent to my fiance and not other people because I don't want to seem like a bitch, you know. So I tend to keep things private when they make me angry, and I don't let myself get that worked up about things. I try not to. You know, but I think unless you are very desensitized to it because you're like a specialist, a psychologist, an FBI agent, somebody who like researches or has to face this kind of the nature of this content for a living, you know, it's inevitable that you're going to get a little bit heated when you talk about something like that. And just, it's funny because it's like, know these people who are advocating for wasting law enforcement's time on icky drawings when you could just report them to the website and get them taken down or whatever. Like, no, those people aren't as unspeakably evil as somebody who victimizes a child in that way and, you know, puts it on the dark web or whatever. But I have weirdly like a similar level of disgust for people who prioritize clout and looking like a good guy to their tween audiences, even if it means having to censor this material that they think is a literal child being abused and then putting it in the video where their public audience has to see it then. Like, I have an actually pretty similar level of disgust for people like that, because you're not one of these inhuman monsters, but you're valuing how good you look to the internet over the seriousness of that issue. You know, you are choosing to actively downplay the seriousness of this issue that is at epidemic levels to make yourself look like the good guy. I will fight these people IRL in a video game. You know. Ryan asked, how is Ceiling Fan Chan? Ceiling Fan Chan, did you guys name them something real? Like a white dude name? The Ceiling Fan Chan is good. Intact. Basically just chilling. It's too cold to run the ceiling fan most of the time now. Excuse me. Let's see. Wonder how Mort would look as a 3D avatar. I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, I am totally with you, American Phoenix, on everything you said there. And I'm sorry I'm sorry that I ruined everybody's day by having to talk about that stuff. But I cannot thank those of you enough who you know, had the mental strength and energy that day to get through that video, I really appreciate it, because it's something that if, you know, if you can handle it without having a mental breakdown, you know, like we have the luxury of getting really angry about that stuff and then working on dwelling on more positive things and going on to not have the whole day or the whole week ruined. You know, the children who are in these situations, the innocent children and younger, they don't have that luxury. They can't escape that nightmare, you know? So the least we can do is try to honor them by understanding this stuff and learning about who's trying to stop it and how we can help those people. So, yeah, Orla Seraph said it's similar to when influencers get photos taken of them helping just to leave as soon as the picture has been taken, or photoshopping it. Yeah. Yeah, and in a weird way, that it reminds me of this anecdote where, like, this thing circulated on Twitter where, like, Lady Gaga she took a picture with a homeless man, and, like, everybody was saying who was there that, like, the homeless man said, like, "Are you sure you want a picture with me? I smell, or I'm stinky or something." And she said something like, "It's okay. I'm stinky too." And, like this multi-billionaire, like multi-platinum level whatever selling artist, like, she took a picture with a homeless man and everybody thought that, like, that made her, I don't know, like the next Rosa Parks or something. Like, that made her a hero. And I'm just like, I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't even understand. My mind is just boggled by some of this stuff that like celebrities or people in the public eye do, and how anybody can like construe it as anything other than just like mind-bogglingly self-obsessed. I do not like that lady. I don't like her at all. And I have a lot of friends who like her music, and I'm happy, of course, that she brings you joy. But I think she is a deranged egomaniac, just to levels that are beyond perplexing to me. But I would definitely wear that VTuber's merch if I could get a hold of it, just to make people mad. But now this whole new thing is happening where like there's something weird going on with them, like issuing a public apology to China for acknowledging that like Taiwan existed, or something weird like that has happened that I have not looked into with the HoloLive company that's the parent company that owns and manages all the different VTubers, including the Shark Girl. Excuse me. Hi, Elitius and Stalvin's Forge. How are you guys? It seems like different people are hopping in batches here who don't normally stop by, so I hope everybody's doing well. Frankie Goddard said not enough people talking about it, if you ask me. Spooky said Brittany Venti is exactly like Trisha Paytas, except they disagree about porn. Yeah? Yeah, I know, American Phoenix. Yeah, it's like, you think about the children you know who could be victimized by stuff like that. You think about how innocent and wonderful they are, and the fact that that's happening to other kids, and it fills you with a rage that, you know, it's what you would do with it if you could would put you in prison or get you the death penalty, and I would be grateful, you know, for the opportunity, even if it meant, you know, getting lethal injection later. Exactly, yeah, Alidia said, we're all homeless in our own way, Lady Gaga. Yeah. Okay, yeah, your boy Pat said that was a photo op, a publicity stunt. That doesn't surprise me, because, like, the idea that any homeless person would look at her like she's Jesus and feel like, oh my God, like, the fact that I'm dirty and in holy clothing with no shelter or food, like, oh my God, like, I've been touched by royalty and now my life is better somehow because the meat dress woman took a picture with me. Like, everything about it is just mind-boggling to me that, like, people were like, yeah, that's a good person right there. Hell yeah. Like, are you guys okay? No, I'm like the epitome of not okay. I'm like fainting randomly and having like brain exploding seizure episode like migraines, and I can tell you guys objectively from where I stand that you are quite possibly less okay than me in some fashion. Yes, well, exactly. Yeah, Marson said a picture can be spun to tell a story. Your boy Pat said the majority of celebs virtue signal to keep their careers going in order to keep their expensive life. Yeah. China is asshole, says the infidel. I'm still torn. I'm still torn on whether or not I should make a video about the fact that, like, my favorite singer who I was a fan of before this started happening, Lady Gaga, completely ripped off her aesthetic. And I don't think that she would have gotten popular otherwise if she had not ripped off my favorite singer's aesthetic. But the singer that I really like has moved on from this, and I don't want to drum up controversy that's going to pit them against each other again when there are far more important things going on in the world than some disgusting, vapid scumbag singer ripping off her style. You know, her life has become something much more productive and meaningful than worrying about that, and I don't want to drum that up again and get Gaga's stupid stans angry at a singer who was ripped off by her. So it's like something I want to make a video on, but it's like if Lady Gaga and her mom took millions and millions of dollars that were given to them in charity, and they put it into their own legal fees, and almost none of it, like, they took millions of dollars from a charity they made, and they just spent it on themselves and their own lawyers, and nobody said a word when that money was supposed to go to children. If nobody gives a shit about that, they're not going to care about her plagiarizing creative endeavors and stuff that some small-time singer did. Nobody's going to give a shit if they overlooked that. Doing egregious, like, almost like Minnesota Freedom Fund level, stealing a bunch of money and just, noping out with it and getting away with it. Dylan Johnson said, Chat-Mort, what should I eat for dinner? I don't know. I really want Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I'm not going to be able to obtain that, so I don't know what to tell you. Some pizza, some tacos, maybe. Yeah. But anyway, I'll wrap up my story real quick and then I'll go, because I'm purdied up. This is as good as this situation is getting on my end here. But anyway, so yeah, yesterday it was like I took a sumatriptan, which I normally don't take because the way they make me feel is really, really scary and makes me want to cry and, like, be held by somebody. It's so scary. I took it, and then I laid down, and then I laid there, and I laid there, and I laid there, like, with my comforter, like, mashed to my face to block out all the light, and nothing happened. So I'm a little bit frightened that I had a headache that's like one of the 4 worst migraines I've ever had that I can remember, and the sumatriptan didn't even touch it. That's really scary, because what the hell do I do if this medicine doesn't help? And it might have even made it worse the way I felt, because I just laid there for hours, and the pain, like, it just, like, it, like, went not in waves, but more like in a cycle. Like, it would recede for a little bit, and I'd be sitting there, like, with labored breathing from how much pain I was in, thinking, oh, thank God, it's ending, maybe it's ending. And then it would get really bad again. And it was so bad that's, like, I wasn't actively, like, sobbing, crying, although I got to that point at one point later on. But, like, I was in so much pain that there was just, like, just drool was, like, streaming out of my mouth, and just a constant stream of tears was coming out of my right eye just from the irritation, like, not that I was actively sobbing, but my eye was just tearing and it was just streaming down my face because I was in so much pain. It was horrible. And it just went on for hours to like where it was one of the ones that was bad. It was like, it was close to how bad my first two migraines were, if not about as bad. Where I was in so much pain that I was nauseous. Like I couldn't take a deep breath even though I needed oxygen because I was scared moving my stomach enough to take a deep breath would make me vomit. That's how much pain I was in yesterday. It was bad. It was really bad. And I'm very frightened and I'm going to have to talk to my doctor about it cuz like if the prescription medication they gave me that every time I've actually taken it, it totally wiped out my headache after that really scary period for a while. The like tunnel of terror in my brain from my blood pressure skyrocketing when I have really low blood pressure normally. If that doesn't make the headache go away, I'm frightened about the fact that this is going to happen again. That's how much pain I was in. I've had my kneecap dislocated. Somebody kicked me in the back of the knee to where it tore my meniscus and popped my kneecap out of place. And it was nothing compared to this. Nothing. So, I'm a little concerned. It's not a good time. And I'm hoping that part of the reason it was this bad is due to the possible like poisoning from the like whatever the heck it's called, the PB blaster stuff, the fumes of which I was directly exposed to for an extended period of time. I should have gone to the doctor for that, but I was so disoriented that it never would have occurred to me that I need to go to the doctor right now. Like, I just was so disoriented, that didn't even occur to me that I felt that bad. But I'm really hoping that was why this migraine was so bad that my medication wouldn't touch it. But then at the same time, it's like, I realistically, I know I'm being a freaking idiot by not like going to urgent care or the ER or something tonight, but I'm going to call my doctor tomorrow. But it's like, realistically, I don't know if that exposure to that chemical did something permanent. Like, I could have headaches this bad now, just this bad now because of damage that could have done. And that I'm not like panicking about, because until I talk to a doctor and figure some more stuff out about this and look into it more, panicking about worst case scenario stuff isn't going to fix anything. But to impart to you how bad my week was, that's how bad it was. And I think part of the reason that migraine was so bad is just because of filming that video and talking about that stuff on Wednesday. It took a toll on me, as it does when you talk about and have to think about and research stuff that awful. So I had a hell of a week. And that's why I called off Friday night and couldn't be on side quest. The state I was in mentally and physically was not fantastic. So anyway, I can't believe I've only been streaming for 2 hours, you guys. Hi Rizmanic. OMG, you're not streaming at midnight. Good evening. Good evening. I have to like fly. I have to get out of here and throw some pants on and go. But I think I'm just gonna, there's like a bleach stain on this. This is like one of my favorite just comfy sweatshirts. Is this not? Yeah. No, yeah, this is the one with like the little bleach stain. But I'm just gonna wear this comfy sweatshirt. Maybe put on a necklace. Nah, I won't put on a necklace because I've got big earrings on. But I'm just going to throw on some jeans and some like little dirty tennis shoes and go. But hi True Crime Stories, how are you? I know you made a video talking about the stuff I had mentioned earlier, so I need to look into that too. Go to the doctor, American Phoenix, for God's sake. Oh my God, what? Ryan, are you serious? Oh my hell, the active ingredient in PB Blaster is naphthalene? which is also used as an insecticide. No wonder it gave you a migraine. Oh, that would explain a lot, because the more I've researched, I'm like, I think I have brain damage, like even more than I did before Thursday. That is exactly what I need. Fabulous. Just fabulous, you know? This is not a no pants stream, you little hooligans. I'm wearing my favorite pants. I swear I have laundered them like 6 times since I bought them. It's my favorite pants, my Bakugo pants, that I wear during side quest, and I spilled a bunch of wax on them because I moved one of my candles I lit and like got wax on. Anyway, these pants have been through some shit. They've got like holes in them from my cats like getting stuck in them. It's a good time. It's a good time. But anyway, cool. I wanted to stop by and touch base because I was going to be sitting and doing my makeup for a long time. And, you know, yes, I am tall. I am 7 feet tall. I'm not standing on my epic gamer chair at all. Oh my god, Aquamadula, dude, no. I have socks on too, so sorry. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to touch base and say hi. And that video is a very heavy one that I did recently. I beg you guys, if you can get through it, or at least take a look at some of the links in the description, I beg you guys to do so. I do not have cat in my pants. That is lies and slander, Vincent von Holt. I mean, they make the little biscuits on my pants while we sit and watch Fire Force for the 8th time. And then they get stuck, and it hurts me and my pants. I would have, like, hoarder-esquely ordered another pair of these Bakugo pants, because every piece of Bakugo merchandise just goes out of stock so fast. So fast. Because he is the best. And I know a bunch of people hate his character, but I adore him. I love him so much. He's a fascinating character. Spinal didn't even say anything, and I'm doing that thing where I get stuck here for 3 hours. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to just touch base and say hi to you guys and check in, and, you know, give you guys something to do if you were not presently occupied. I'm sorry I talked about such heavy stuff this stream. Normally I try to bring the mood up, but this time I feel like it was all over the place, and I know it is a little bit worrisome when I talk about my medical issues, but it's hard not to when I have to contextualize just how disoriented and forgetful I am. I know it's an abnormal amount of information to share, but, you know, it's my life. I'm choosing to disclose certain interesting medical things. And at the same time, it's like, if I can make videos about like a glucose tolerance test or a sleep study or my scary breathing issue, if that's helpful to somebody, like, then I'm more than willing to share it and have people like, oh, she's so stupid because she doesn't get any oxygen to her brain. Like, well, of course she would like normie anime. Her brain is dumb and she's bad and retarded. Like, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Sorry. It's just the conditions, the parameters within which I try to function minimally. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up here real quick. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will let you guys know how the sleep study goes, and if I have any more scary migraines, you'll probably find out, because you'll be like, bro, why weren't you on side quest, or like, what happened? I died. That's what happened. I died a little bit more. So, you know, I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh dear, American Phoenix, no. No, I'm not entertaining that question. I shan't do it. But I hope you guys have a really good day or night wherever you're at in the world. If today was shitty or this week, please endeavor to make tomorrow a little bit better, because life is going to happen to you no matter what. You can either just let it happen, or you can live it and be an active participant. And if you do, I promise you, the things that you want and the good things you deserve will manifest in ways you would never have thought possible. And whether you think you're worth the effort to try and have a good day or not, you are. I assure you, you are. You deserve to be happy. You guys are the bestest. I hope you have a good day and a good week, and I can't thank you guys enough for supporting me and stopping by to say hello. You know, like, comment, subscribe, share if you feel so compelled. But more than anything, I beg you, if you can get through it, take a look at my last video about these scumbag influencers prioritizing loli over children. If you can look at some of the links, the New York Times article about the epidemic of this material. If you can look into paste Operation Underground Railroad, consider donating to them or buying a piece of merchandise from them, or just sharing their stuff with other people. That would mean the absolute world to me. And Domino is crying right outside the door because he brought a stuffed animal, and that's very distracting, and you might even be able to hear it. But anyway, I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Is there anything I forgot to say? Probably. I love you guys very much. And I will see you guys again very soon. Hold on, let me check, make sure I didn't get any Streamlabs stuff that I didn't read. Okay, no, good. Y'all are being stingy, and that's good. If you've got money to spend, I beg you send it to the Our Rescue website, not me. I don't need it right now. So, I love you guys. And I said that like 8 times. Have a good day. I said that a bunch, and I will see you next time. Yeah, that's all. I totally lost my voice, and now I have to go see somebody. Bye.